Now he'll back me up that the basement looks better now.
The basement is amazing. This is like a chess master's dream to have a basement like this. There's chess tables. There's the chess streaming setup. It's all these chess books.
Yeah, we have the books and trophies behind us now in the new plant that we didn't have last time.
How many of these books have you read?
I don't know, one.
Have you gone through an entire Dvoretsky book?
No.
They're hard. They're hard to go through.
They are difficult, yeah.
What about Yusupov, one level down?
Nah, I was reading books when I was a kid. Since I've been an adult, not too much reading of books.
Like right now, when you want to study chess, what do you study?
Okay, well, I don't. But if I did, I would use ChessBase, and I would look at games and openings that I would. So I do prepare at tournaments that I'm using ChessBase, and I'm looking at recent Grandmaster games from my opponents or from my openings.
But like, okay, so, but I would think
They're
you would
Missouri.
also want to like, for instance, what separates you from like, let's say a 20? What separates you from Hikaru? If you were to play a match against Hikaru,
He's way better than me.
But why? Like if you studied and worked at it, you don't think like
maybe when I was 18 or 17. No, you can't
how
take
old are you now?
somebody.
Wait, how old are you now? You're 50?
52.
Yeah, you're 1 year younger than me. So I study chess, and I don't know if it's going to make me improve or not, but I'm studying with the hopes of improving. I don't believe that age you have to slow down.
You let's see. Wait, those are just some trophy. Okay, Karen's talking. You can also talk as Karen, which is funny. Yeah, I'm not interested in improving because that's really hard work. I already did my hard work.
Yeah,
this is my golden years.
Your golden years. You're younger than me.
Yeah,
I.
The truth hurts. Yeah, yeah, but you do something that's interesting, and I don't. You don't do something and sit there for like 12 years. You do something, then 4 weeks later you do something else, and then they're all working out except the ones that don't. So you got a lot. You got hands in a lot of pies.
Yeah, but
you know, but imagine how boring you would be if it was just one thing and you never did anything else.
No, but I don't know if that's true because look, I don't know if you've done just one thing. You're doing streaming, which is different than chess. You're an entertainer now.
I am.
And but you know, you could be a jack of all trades, master of none. So I did stand-up comedy for years. Okay, I got good enough to tour, but I would never consider myself good. Or like comedy is for me was just as hard as chess is. Like it's a hard thing.
Dying is easy, comedy's hard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And chess, you know, I got to a certain level, and I think I should have kept going. I was younger then, and I had like the energy then, but I was afraid that like at that time having a rating above 2200 like just gave so many business opportunities. It was ridiculous, and I was afraid to lose that.
So here's the thing that's happening in chess. When you're our age, we consider chess to be you went to the tournament in Florida and the games took 3 or 4 hours.
The 5 hours sometimes.
Right. So to me, that's chess.
Yeah.
To the gawking rabble watching the stream, and to most people, a lot of chess, 90% is blitz and bullet and rapid, and you're playing 1,000 games a day online. If you want to be good at slow chess, okay, improving is not hopeless, but it's really difficult because of the energy level during the game. Very difficult.
Yes.
If you want to improve your blitz game by learning secret illegal openings and tricks, then you can do that. So if you wanted to be a better blitz player by knowing trickier openings and playing faster, which you need to do obviously, and so forth, you could get better. But if you said I'm 2170 USCF and I want to be 2370 and you're 53, I'm going to go to Vegas and bet against it.
I'm going for it right now.
Right.
My goal is 2370.
Now, obviously, you
USCF.
could do it, but if 1,000 people tried to do it, maybe just you would do it. It's not like and this is the problem with the Republican Party.
What do you think makes age though the barrier? Like
energy. It's energy.
It's energy.
It's energy. Yeah. I got it from Karpov's mouth. Karpov said, "I play just as good as I ever did, but there's no energy. So when the game is 2, 3, 4 hours old, I'm done. I can't continue fighting like I used to."
Yeah, but you know, then again, you have like Smyslov was what, like 120 years old when he played.
But even when
Kennedy
Smyslov
Smash.
was in his 60s, he would get crushed by himself in his 30s. Still wasn't. He's just still good, but not. There's exceptions, obviously. Korchnoi, Smyslov, etc.
Reshevsky.
Mainly, etc. Yeah, but even the guys who are good when they're older, like Anand and Korchnoi and Smyslov and Reshevsky, if they went in a time machine and played themselves in their prime, they would lose. They're still good, but they're not as good as they were.
But okay, but
They're getting worse.
you could study to improve. Like I don't know what they do at their level to improve. Like you said, they kind of just have to study the games of their opponents and use the computer and figure out new twists in the openings. But if you wanted to actually improve, let's say you wanted to get to 2650 FIDE, what would you do? Like right now at the age of 52, what would you do?
I would make a screenplay and I would star in the movie. Yeah, I can't get to 2650. Impossible.
Why?
That would be like Gotham Chess becoming a GM.
But
yeah.
okay, what gap in knowledge
and
though,
you
do you
should
think you
know
have?
in your line of work that you shouldn't set your sights too high. You should have small goals, small incremental goals.
No, I agree with that. Look, I always think happiness. My favorite thing is happiness is expectations over reality. So you keep your expectations low, your happiness is infinite. But at the same time,
It's about infinite, but all right.
no, if your expectations go to zero, it'll be infinite. But or maybe it goes to zero. I don't know. My math's all.
You got to see
my
the
math's
movie
all wrong.
Afterlife. You got to see Afterlife, the television show.
All right, I will. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, you got to see that.
But like, okay, let's say small incremental improvements. It doesn't. Do you think it plateaus? Do you think the improvements get smaller and
Yeah,
smaller?
people don't get better at chess when they're 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I could say the same for sports. I don't think Michael Jordan's going to be any good if he plays in the NBA now.
Okay, see that book over there, Chess by Polgar? It's got
Yeah.
5,334 tactical puzzles. If you were 53, my age, and you
Yeah.
go through all of those puzzles, don't you think you'd be a little better at tactics?
Maybe.
And like then, let's say you then read a book on the French defense, and you went through the whole book, and you did the chessable style, repetition, memorizing.
You would be better at whatever you're studying, which
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily make you a better player. It makes you understand chess better. And I told some of my students this. Thanks to Sapu Bob for the 9 subs. All right, now listen to this crazy stuff I made up. I told my student this. There's a lot of people who play white bread chess, and they study and they work hard and they play solid and they play slow in tournaments and they're trying to play the right move. Then you go on the streets, okay, where most of the players are African American, but not all of them, and they don't play like that. They're playing tactical, they're playing openings you've never seen, and they're crushing you. And you're like, well, wait a minute, that guy just plays for tricks every move. If I say anything about chess, he'll be, what are you talking about? If I'm like, this looks like Karpov, they're like, what? Who's Karpov? They don't care about any of that. They're just playing tricky and they're playing fast. They're not trying to improve their game. And so what happens is those kinds of people, if they're watching a world championship match, the guy who's the white bread guy, he's going to understand the game better. The other guy doesn't understand what's going on. He just wants to see tricks. Which, by the way, they showed at the end of Bobby Fischer, where the guys like play for tricks. Okay, so the point is, when you get better at chess, it doesn't mean your results in slow chess are going to get better. You hope that that's the case, but often it's not.
But I kind of believe that. Like I feel so for the past number of months, I've been studying a lot and whatever, and I feel like there's knowledge that I didn't know when I was younger. But it hasn't necessarily translated to performance. But my theory is that it kind of takes a while to soak in.
But also, you're a weirdo because you just didn't play chess for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying I played chess until I was 21. Then when I was 52, I picked it up back and I'm learning stuff. That's not fair. You have to play chess the whole time like I did and then say, can I learn stuff? Yeah. What am I going to learn that I haven't seen already? I've forgotten more than he ever knows.
That's certainly true.